The next morning, before the sun even rose, the entire palace shook with fear. The priestess of Idimili, Mama Ayele, came running out of her sacred hut with white chalk all over her face. Her eyes were wide and frightened, her cowrie-studded staff trembling in her hand. She had seen a vision. She had seen EKE. She had seen disaster. All night, the priestess tossed on her animal skin mat, unable to sleep. When she finally drifted off, the gods showed her a frightening dream. Idimili in flames, children crying, the king lying on the ground in sickness, and EKE standing in the middle of it all, pregnant with a child that did not belong to the royal bloodline. She woke up screaming. "This is a taboo, a great abomination," she cried. Without wasting a single moment, she rushed to the king's chamber. She found the king sitting up, still exhausted from the long wedding day. "Your Majesty," the priestess shouted, bursting inside without permission. The king jumped to his feet. "What is it, Mama Ayele?" The priestess pointed her shaking staff at EKE, who was still lying on the royal bed, pretending to stretch and yawn like a satisfied new bride. "There is danger in this palace," the priestess declared. "Your new wife came into this marriage with a secret." EKE froze. The king frowned. "What secret?" The priestess's voice rose like thunder. "She is with child, and that child is not yours." The room went silent. Even the birds outside stopped singing. EKE's heart dropped into her stomach. The king stood up slowly, his face turning dark with anger. "EKE, is this true?" EKE opened her mouth, but no words came out. Tears gathered in her eyes, her hands trembled on her wrapper. The priestess continued. "In our land, it is a forbidden taboo for any woman to enter the royal family while pregnant for another man. The gods warned me that keeping her here will bring disaster to Idimili." The king looked at EKE again. "Tell me the truth." EKE finally broke down. She cried, she shook, she confessed. "Your Majesty, I didn't know. I was confused. I thought I could hide it. I didn't mean harm." But it was too late. The chiefs were called, the elders gathered, the drums stopped beating. The entire kingdom waited. The verdict was announced. EKE would be banished from Idimili immediately. Not killed, not harmed, only sent away. Because the gods said she still had a purpose to fulfill. Down the road, EKE walked out of the palace in tears. The same women who once hated her now looked at her with pity. The men she had deceived hid their faces in shame. The chiefs shook their heads. EKE carried her two little daughters, holding their small hands tightly as she walked the lonely road back to her mother's village. Her feet were dusty, her eyes swollen, her heart heavy. But as she walked, something changed inside her. With every step, she began to understand. All her life, she had chased revenge, attention, men, and wealth. She used beauty as a weapon. She broke homes. She hurt people who did nothing to her. And in the end, the same chaos she created came back to her. She stopped for a moment on the road, wiped her tears, looked at her daughters, and whispered, "Sometimes vengeance is not worth it. Sometimes the pain we cause others returns to us. From now on, I must choose peace." She walked on, slower this time, but lighter. For the first time in her life, EKE truly understood herself. And she vowed to raise her daughters with a different heart, a heart that does not destroy but heals.